evening, everyone. I'm sorry that we didn't fully succeed in getting into the auditorium. Everyone who wanted to come, if there are some who have braved the organizers and stayed outside to watch it on television, hello to you all, long distance. But Jyoti Ghadiok, Dr. Ghadiok, Mrinalini, Rajan, friends, family, and colleagues of Rohini's, it really is a pleasure and a privilege to join you all today to deliver the 7th edition of the annual Rohini Ghadiok Foundation oration. This occasion, of course, offers an opportunity for all of us who gathered here to collectively pay tribute to the memory and legacy of a remarkably fearless lady who touched the lives of all those around her before dying tragically young. Though I did not have the opportunity to know her personally, to meet or interact with her, from what I've been asking people about, it remains clear to me that she was an individual who was acutely conscious of the injustices of the society we live in, and who memorably would go on to dedicate the better part of her life to becoming a champion of righting those wrongs that she felt so strongly about. I believe that in one of the previous annual orations, my good friend and classmate Harsh Mandar had described Rohini as somebody who was committed to creating a more equal world. And to my mind, that is an extraordinary virtue in our society, one that has historically been confronted with stark, debilitating, and awfully alienating inequalities. What to my mind is perhaps even more impressive, given that she passed away at 31, is that unlike many of her peers who looked at engaging with political systems and the political process with disdain and continue to do so, by her own admission, Rohini saw the coming together of politics and activism, political activism if you like, as a cathartic agent of change to transform our society, while at the same time recognizing crucially that democracy, transparency, accountability and inclusion, all of which are themes that I would like to touch upon today, need to creep into each aspect to make politics transformative. And those are her words, not mine. So in keeping with her worldview and our collective recognition of Rohini as a leader within an increasingly rare and beleaguered breed of progressive Indians, I wonder what she would have to say about the current political atmosphere that has seized our country and the direction in which it appears to be moving. The topic of New India is not a phrase that I came up with. I think you all know who did on August 15th last year. And what I'd like to talk about is New India, what some claim it will be, what the stark reality seems to be, and if I may, an opportunity to present you with a different sort of idea of what New India should and could be. My New India, if you like, which I suspect many of you would probably share. But why New India in the first place? Why is it necessary that we need a New India? Well, as I said, the buzz began when the Prime Minister made it a point to stress the slogan during his address to the nation from the ramparts of the Red Fort on the occasion of the 70th anniversary of our independence last year. In fact, I believe he used the phrase 10 times in his 1-hour speech. Now, as the old saying goes, every speaker has his moment. The problem is most of them stretch that moment to 1 hour. But given that I've been told to speak to you for about 35 to 40 minutes, I can safely assure you that we'll try not to face that problem today. I may have to end up using his phrase as many times as he did. Now, what exactly is this New India he was urging us to create? On the face of it, it doesn't sound new at all, but rather the timeless aspirations of our nation. The Prime Minister spoke of an India free of the shackles of casteism and communal tension, an India that successfully solves its endemic problems of corruption, nepotism, and terrorism, an India where every man, woman, and child would be given an empowered and dignified standard of living, thanks to a society that would harness India's entrepreneurial spirit to become an economic powerhouse. I don't think any of us would object to any of that. But as usual, between the rhetoric and the reality, there falls a great shadow. For all these statements and ideals, which, as I said, we can find very, very little to disagree with, one is struck by a complete lack of any idea of how our country is going to achieve any of this. On the contrary, the road to New India appears to be littered with the wreckage of all that was good and noble about the old India.